morning, good morning. It is the middle of the week already. I was just sharing this out. Get our peeps in here. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning. All right, let me see if we have anybody, nobody. Well, then we will. I have every confidence that the people are going to arrive. Say hello to each other on this beautiful Wednesday. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the heart brain. For those of you who may be watching it later on the replay, we'll go ahead and get into our heart by placing the hand on the heart. Slow down the breathing. And then add in the love. Add in light, joy, happiness, every good and wonderful thing that you can bring into your heart. Bring it in now. And just love yourself. Love on yourself first. Self-love, self-compassion, and just awareness of who you are and what you're all about. And just put a smile on your face, because that's what it's all about, right? Being in joy, and that smile that you put on your face tells everybody that you are spirit and that you're magnifying incredible, loving energy. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. Welcome, welcome, Deirdre, and thank you for sharing this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get to the message because we got lots to do today. It's Wednesday, it's prayer day. So the message is ABC. Always be compassionate. It's not just children who are childlike. Adults, too, are, beneath the bluster, intermittently playful, silly, fanciful, vulnerable, hysterical, terrified, and pitiful, and in search of consolation and forgiveness. That's a quote from A Course in Love. The author is Elaine de Botton, and she goes on to say, "We're well versed at seeing the sweet and the fragile in children and offering them help and comfort accordingly. Around them, we know how to put aside the worst of our compulsions, vindictiveness, and fury. We can recalibrate our expectations and demand a little less than we normally do. We're slower to anger and a bit more aware of unrealized potential. We readily treat children with a degree of kindness that we are oddly and woefully reluctant to show to our peers. It's a wonderful thing to live in a world where so many people are nice to children. It would be even better if we lived in one where we're a little nicer to the childlike sides of one another. In a world where we can be anything we want and do anything our heart desires, why not be kind to our fellow humans? We never know what another person is going through at any point in their life, and therefore the best course to take is to show compassion." Dear angels, we truly are all just trying to figure out this thing called life. Many of us are experiencing physical symptoms due to the higher frequencies that are coming into our planet and our lives. We do not fully understand this, but it is universal, and we are seeking guidance in dealing with what we have labeled ascension symptoms. Dear ones, life was not presented to you to, quote, figure out, but rather as an experience to be lived and enjoyed. When you chose to live in a human body, you knew it would come with some limitations on the physical realm. You also knew that you would not be able to rise up to the higher vibrations in such a dense vessel. You are now experiencing what this feels like as you go through the growth process. We encourage you to relax both body and mind as you allow the process to take place. In releasing the need to be in control, you will find the freedom to allow the drift that will take you exactly where you need to be energetically. It is in resisting that you will find the experience more difficult. Become more aware of your mindset regarding ascension. Process your experience with others who are on the same page as you. You will find commonalities in your experiences that will help you support each other. This is a good time to become a student again and open yourself to being teachable. Seek those who have your best interests as their agenda. You will intuitively know who to turn to. We are right there beside you through these times, so allow us to bring you to those who can provide what you need. Listen with your heart, dear ones, and you will see and hear clearly the messages. Dear angels, today I promise to be teachable and also to teach. So they addressed ascension symptoms last night, and I have to tell you, it was the most profound experience to sit with them. I had actually been doing some reading. I think I was doing some studying. I wasn't writing. I was just in my other element. And I physically heard a male voice say, hello. It shocked me to where I sat up from what I was doing, and I'm going, wow, someone is trying to get my attention in a big way. And I just sat there and paid attention. And I thought, okay, I know I'm alone. I know there's nobody else in the room, but there is somebody else in the room that really wanted to talk about this. And so I just sat and was fed that whole message from them. And I think it was pretty powerful in what they were telling us to do. We don't have to go through it alone, but to be with each other, to share with each other, and that we're not crazy by thinking that there's a thing such as ascension symptoms, because there is. It's real. And a lot of people are going through it right now. So we have P's that came in while I was reading that. So good morning, everybody. Morning, Stacy. Oh my goodness, our Stacy Small Lord is with us this morning. It's so good to see you. Auntie Jean Lorio, great to see you this morning. I know you're going through some stuff, and I wasn't sure if you were going to sleep in this morning. And who else do we have? Annie 7, Julie Kiss, hi darling. Sally and Tony, hello, hello. Erica Hoppy, good morning. Isabel, Brookie, oh my gosh, look at all the beautiful people. Kathy Hand. And Kathy says, good morning. I am grateful for a stunning sunrise after a flooding rain last night. Prayers to all that received damage and loss in the storm yesterday. There's been some wicked storms. And Sally said, I just spoke of this in Enlightenment. We are in a large ascension upward and forward. Relax and enjoy the ride. That's what they told us. Don't fight it. You know, if you heard John Thaddeus Fiore yesterday on my Peapod podcast, he was saying the same thing. Don't resist. To stop resisting, because it creates more problems when we resist. Deirdre said, I had this challenge yesterday coming home from the eye doctors. I got left there again, so I had to take 2 buses, one of which took an hour waiting. The second bus left me to walk 7 blocks uphill in an ankle-deep river with limited vision, freezing rain, and crazy winds that came in all directions. Thank you, universe, for the stress test I didn't know I needed. I am grateful. Oh, I know it's not funny, Deirdre, but just your expressive self is so beautiful. And I'm sorry that you got left, but you made it through. Look at you on the other side, able to make us laugh and to talk about it. I love it. I love you. Josie, good morning, Josie, and let's call in that pirate. Somebody please call him in here because his honey bunny is here. And Sally says, just surveying the property, what we can see so far. Lots of branches down. We still have Friday and Saturday, which are supposed to be even worse yet. Wow. Yeah, we had winds. We had a lot of wind here. We haven't had so much rain, but yeah, it's a yucky storm for sure. Julie Kiss said it was bad last night, and you're in upstate New York. And Sally's loving your humor, Deirdre. Yeah, we have to laugh at ourselves, right? We have to just lighten up. The angels say, you humans, you take everything so seriously. Just put that smile on and laugh about it, and laugh at yourself, laugh at situations, because you'll get through them so much easier when you do. Sally's calling in our Rick, our pirate. Get him in here. Arg. How long am I in Florida? Well, I believe until March. I'm right now just south of Fort Lauderdale. I'm in Plantation, Florida, with our Joanne. And what a beautiful, beautiful experience to be with her. And please add her into the grids and say prayers for her. She yesterday had some really hard physical issues with her back, and she's getting a cold, so let's lift her up and pray for healing for our Joanne. Auntie Jean, I'm so blessed that I came in this morning for the message and for all the beautiful people who came in. I know, Auntie Jean, this is so exciting to have people on that we haven't had on here for a while, and to have our family really coming together. I wrote a post yesterday, earlier this morning, about ascension, and I put it on my timeline, and I included the need to have community, the need to have like-minded people, and I shared the link to Angelic River Family, because I think it's time for us to have some growth there of people that are seeking like-minded people to be around while they go through the ascension experience. So share it out. Share our family. It's not just for us. It's for anybody who's going through something and struggling. That's how we came together, because we were all going through the pandemic together. And that's how we came to be a family. So let's share that family link and have the community that we need. Good morning, Catherine DeSanti. And yes, we are blessed to have our Auntie Jean Loriot. Love you so much, Jean. All right, I'm going to see what Kuan Yin has for us today as a word. And let's see what that might look like. And let's go ahead and start taking prayer requests, because it is prayer day. It's Wednesday. So I know we haven't heard from some people in a while, so maybe some updates would be good. And go back to chat. Home sweet home. I love that, Deirdre. Angelic River Family, home sweet home. Yeah, beautiful. All right, what does Kuan Yin want us to know today on this beautiful middle of the week? And Erica's asking prayers for emotional strength. You got it. You are on our prayer list. We'll lift you up even higher today. All right, so the message from Kuan Yin says, love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. I love that message, and I love the fact that we have success. And here in our family, we celebrate all of your successes. We consider your wins our wins, and just really love on each other. Oh, Stacy, I'm so glad that you came in today. She's off to take her mom to her treatment. And Dr. Stacy, can you give us a small update on your mom and things in your world before you leave? Because we pray for her every day, and she's on our prayer list, and we love you, Stacy. Thank you for stopping in for a minute. And Sally says, today is the anniversary of Tony and my anniversary of our first date 27 years ago. Who would have known? I know. That's incredible and beautiful. So happy anniversary of that. Deirdre, thank you for the prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who walk on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. Okay, so let me get to the prayer list and see if there's, I know some that I have not put on there yet because there were some additions over the last week that I didn't write down. And so if you have some that are fairly new that you brought up to us in the last week, if you can put that in the comments, I will put them in the Peapod list before I bring it up for us. And Sally says, prayers for Stacy's mom as well as herself as they walk this journey together. Yeah, thank you, Sally. And Stacy says, I took a break to get my mind straight-ish. Mom is struggling, but we remain faithful. She can't eat and is a bit thin. She is a fighter. I know your mom, and I know she is a fighter. So tell her that we're lifting her up, please, and that we love her very much. And Kathy just had to share this, that when I write in my journal, I often use initials to abbreviate titles, like Angelic River Family, ARF. I love that. What was it that Deirdre called us? Something with sweet in it. Where'd it go? Home Sweet Home. Yeah, we can't. HSH doesn't make a sound. I like ARF. Okay, what else we got? Auntie Jean sending love to you, Stacy, and praying for you and your mom. And Brookie, please pray for Max's bottom front right tooth came in. Oh, yay! That sweet one. Yep, he's going to be a real pterodactyl, as Blue Jean calls him. And let's lift up our Blue Jean. Oh my goodness, she's going through some stuff right now. Yeah, and Brookie says the left one has been in for a while and the right one is bothering him with no real sign of it yet. Okay, we most certainly will lift up our little Max man. And Gracie, good morning, good morning. Loving Peas, thank you for your presence here. Gently reminder to keep hope, both genes in light and awareness, and I love you. Yes, I did reach out to Hope's daughter, Montana, on Telegram yesterday. We communicate that way as well, and praying for some improvement there with our Hope. And Stacy says, thank you for a warm welcome. It's good to be back. Love to y'all. Thank you for the prayers as well. Thank you, Stacy, for being here. I love you so much. And good morning to our miracle Marlene who just showed up. Hi, darling. And Marisol. Good morning, Marisol Soto. Thank you for being here. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and go to the prayer list. Hang on. It takes it a minute to download. So if you have any to add to it, this would be the time to do that. And my friend Jeanette Wesolowski asking for prayers. I don't think I put it on here. Prayers for her dad, who is Bob Smith, and her son Chris. So real quick, get those on there. Alrighty, so let me see if I can get it going. Okay, so while it's uploading, just a reminder, we have 1 o'clock today with the World Peace Meditation, 10 million for World Peace. Deirdre, please, if you would, type that in, the link for 10 million for World Peace.org, because we got a lot going on with that, with the daily meditations, the monthly healing circle, and paying attention to how we can be peace ambassadors out in the world. We'll be sharing some training for that. Lots going on there. And thank you, Deirdre. And also a reminder that there's only 2 more days to sign up for my 3-month class. If you're interested at all in being in that class, let me know. Reach out to me. And we've got, I want to have 2 more. That's my goal, my personal goal, and that's what the angels told me was going to be there. So you want to sign up for it, you can go to the website and sign up. It's the first thing you'll see when you go on my page on the website, or you can contact me directly, and that would probably be the best thing to do right now. I just had to sign up yesterday, and looking for those last 2 students, and let's have a beautiful time together for 3 months of learning how to deal with our emotions and how to work through these ascension symptoms and things that are happening that we kind of just need to talk to each other about, communicate. How do we communicate our feelings in a way that we understand them? And when we talk to each other, then we get insight and we learn from each other. And that's what we're going to do for 3 months, is learn from each other. So, all right. Okay, here we go. So again, if you have any updates, type them in as the prayer list comes across the screen. Let us know that there's something that we need to change or add or take away from the list. And here we go, the Peapod prayer list. Go into your hearts and remember that every person, animal, place that's on this list are loved ones that you have put there. This is our family that we lift up in prayer, our extended family through you. And many of you are on the list, so we lift you up every day. Oh, thank you, Sally. And if you would, please share out about the class that's going to be happening starting Saturday. Okay, so let me get that off so we can see the list. All right, so we're praying for all the peace, for peace, every one of you, for peace on earth, for attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child, and I will add on there, parents of addicted children. and siblings as well. Anyone who's affected by someone who is caught up in addiction. We pray for Prachetta and Prachir, and Prachetta reached out and let me know that Prachir is very sick right now. So please hold Prachir up in your prayers and send healing energy his way through love. Aunt Mina and Neil Navriti, Jasmine and her family, Abha, and we had an update on her yesterday. Billy and Tim and their family, Sheila and Kevin and family, Gary, Loretta and Cecil and their family, Nola, who was just hit with COVID, and please pray for a quick recovery for her. Joanne Castrillo, we're lifting her up for physical health and hoping that her back is much better today and the cold is gone. That's what we are going to intend. And lifting up her husband John and all of their family and that sweet baby Eris that we all have come to love so dearly. Elaine, Deirdre and family, and Deirdre lifting you up for healing for your eye, and thank you for the update you gave yesterday. Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Joni and son John, Carl and Viola, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, and I saw Marisol ask for her sister's friend Maybe, who has cancer and will be in the hospital for 2 months. Suzanne Millard and her family, Jacob, Marietta, and Ed, and they were hit by a lot of that wind from the storm, so please keep them in your prayers. They're still out on Sweet Dreams, and lifting them up for safety, that they make it back to the Keys in one piece and with sweet dreams intact. Raquel and Claude's family, Leo Harley and his family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jebby, Jim and son, Ryan, Ricky's family and friends, especially our sweet Josephine, who's with us today, Tom and Mary, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim and family, Jean and Ron and their family, Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs and all the family and fur babies, Rosalind Good Vibes, Sally and Tony De La Rosa, happy anniversary again, and Rose De La Rosa, Kathy and Bob Hand and your family, especially your children, and Bo and Candy Hand, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss, her children and grandchildren, Becky LaFave and son Travis, Erica Hoppy, lifting you up, Erica, and your family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and family, especially his brother and his wife, Hope Wellington Marshall, we lift her very high for complete healing, getting her home and stable and seeing her blood pressure completely normal. And for her parents as well, Winston and Cynthia, and all of Hope's children, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven and Grayson, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her grandkids, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah, Oksana and her family. She was with us yesterday. That was a treat. Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul Reese and daughters, Beata and her daughter Juliana, Dick Lemieux's family, especially our Linda and her sons and grandchildren, Linda's friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, and lifting Stacy's mom Karen up very high as she goes through this experience, praying for physical healing. Mary Lord, Buster, Wayne, our Blue Jean, really needing our prayers right now and our support. Send her a message of love today. Just let her know how much we're thinking about her and holding her like she's always holding us, always being there for everybody. And lifting up Dave. I know he's concerned about her right now. And the fur babies. And I know that's a big job to take care of that family of fur babies, so lift up our Blue and Dave as they go through this trying time. Dolly the horse, Chance the horse, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and your family, Dylan and sweet baby Max going through those physical growth changes, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Lillian in Norway and her family, Kathleen Caputo getting ready to undergo some eye surgery, so let's pray for her. Baby Wyatt and family, Baby Haven and family, Baby Divine and family, Kat, Steve, Candy and Pastor Bruce, the Deerfield Valley in Vermont, Captain Corey's mom, Pixie and family. It's been 6 months since Captain Corey and our Ricky left us. Ricky left the exact same day as Corey. Alba, Dottie and Dawn, Grace Isis, and your sisters. Travel prayers for our Gracie as she prepares to take a trip to Kenya to be with her family and celebrate the life of her father, who recently passed. Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer and her family, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Tammy Fisk and her daughter and her sister Tracy, Lori, Kelly, Rochelle Martinez and her mom Rose, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family out in Colorado, and praying for them. I think they got more snow just recently. And Ruth's sister-in-law Sharon, Jeannie's friends and her sister Merle, Boulder, Colorado, Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and her family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Hanaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Terry Wilderman and her father, Mary Crincoli and her friends here in Florida, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick in Australia, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akhil and the Pakistan orphans, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, and prayers for physical healing for John, Kuka Carney and family, Sharon Boyle and Zoe, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Brookie's Aunt Jeannie, Sue and grandchildren, Carrie's niece Laura, Maggie's mom, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Robert Dosa, Miles and Sarah, Debbie Carol Hawks, Carl, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Michelle Landers and family, and praying for physical healing for Michelle, her son Alan and daughter Alicia, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Joanne McCann New, Whitney, Jude Dalton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Matt, James Schultz family, Julie Kiss and her mom Cynthia, Linda Kiss, Courtney, Lucinda, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Kampemans, Sunny and Hunter Floor, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and family, Brian Hughes, and I saw Fiona Dilston come in. Hi Fiona, prayers for you. And Julie, thank you for being with us. She's running off to PT. And Eric, Deirdre, Is Kenneth Odo on the list? I don't think so. We'll see when we get to the end, but if he's not, we'll add him. All right, we have Pat O'Connor, Zoe Charles, Erica Fagels, Yolanda, Selby Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and her mom Jewel, Joey, Terry, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Nancy Brodowski, EC, Terry Newman, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe, Ollie the Cat, Marisol Soto, who was with us today, Cassie, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and daughter Mia, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carbajal and David Reiger, Solvi Barnes, Odd Barnes, Gun Ellen Sundahl, Vita Hammond, Maria Mitchinson Higman Simpson, and Sam is now in spirit, so I will adjust that. Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia Benedita, Rebecca Seward Rickardson, Matt, Anjali, Paula, David Brett, the Rowland family, Colleen, Dellen Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Jay Briscoe's family and friends, Robert Wallington's family, and especially sons Ben and Joe, JT, Francis Navin, Shanna, Danielle Riverin and family, Annie's Aunt Carol, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Christine and Ed, Charlie, Isaac, Jonathan and Eddie, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Peter and Catherine DeSanti, Mary Jane in Vermont, who Blue says is doing really well, so I think we may be able to take her off the list. Carol Caruso, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and her family, Eric and John, Darlene Osei, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Mivan and Vanya, Daniel McGraw, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabriel S., Ina, Joanne's mom, up in North Carolina, and all her family that are there, Donna, Courtney, Nancy, Tammy Greco's family, Bailey, Jacob, Mary, Brian, Lily, Wilbert, which is Grayson's grandfather, and Cindy, his grandmother, Ron Mason, Gabby Forrester, the Vega family, Laura, Lisa Capoli Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Sandy, Terry Funk's family and friends, Wyndham Lawrence's family, Adil, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amina, Israel and all of the Middle East areas of conflict, immigrants in El Paso and New York and anywhere else they're being abused, Alina, Leo's sister and brother-in-law, Susanna, Lana, Tom Freeney and wife Linda, Amber and baby, Grace Anna, Kim Coles Fittner, Linda Lemieux's nephew Kobe, Shoshana Sebring, Ilana, Stephen, Keith, Uncle Tony, LP, Adam Holmes, Bob Smith, and Chris, and any others that you have. Thank you, Jean. Yes, we were talking earlier about Mama Hada Bear having some surgery coming up for her eyes and lifting her up. So thank you for that reminder as well. So let's say this prayer together as we lift up all these names and all of you who are here right now with us. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. All right, so This is something we can ask every day as we're thinking about our fellow humans and thinking about our spiritual journey, and especially at this time of ascension symptoms. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? And to whom? Many times we don't know what to say. Many times we don't need to say anything other than, I love you. And I think that's a big message for us all as we lift up people in prayer. Just the words, I love you, I'm praying for you, that can be so healing to someone that's going through their trials. So these are the words that we say every day. Every day we tell each other, thank you, I love you. So let's do that. And amen. Thank you. Thank you for saying those prayers with me. And Auntie Jean, we can somehow communicate with that list if you want to maybe just write down the ones that you didn't see on the prayer list that I just went through, and we can make sure we have everybody on there. Okay, so it is, thank you, I love you. Those are our magic words. And I'm going to cue up Leo and get him ready to serenade us with our morning song. So Leo, Leo. Here we go, Leo. Thank you, Sally. And again, happy anniversary. Come on. Deirdre, praying for you for complete healing. Annie and Grayson, lifting up our Grayson for some healing. Grace Isis, love you so much. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can slide the dust, there is always no space in the pot. Full of love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Sweet babies.
Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
And a reminder of our vision board, which is called Accept, Align, Allow. And that's on the 20th. Align, allow.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Thank you, Leo. And woohoo! All right, I hope you filled your cup up with love this morning. Anytime that we give out love to each other, we receive it back. So thank you for being here. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. I'll see you back here first at 10 o'clock this morning. I'll be on with Dr. Ruth Anderson doing the meditation excavation for Enlightened World Network. And then I will be on at 1 o'clock this afternoon for the World Peace Meditation. So you have 2 opportunities today to be in your heart, to share love out into the world, and to do a little bit of digging inside and see what's there and what wants to come forth for you. And again, the reminder, if you want to sign up for my class, got 2 more days, and then we're cutting it off on Friday so that I have all the names and can put some energy into that before we actually meet on Saturday. I love you. Take good care, everyone. I'll see you at 10 o'clock.